getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
What's up, Dolphins Nation? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I see y'all in the comment section. Shout out to the homie Chef Jew in the building. That's my day one guy, man. I love you, brother. Man, salute to you, homie. Salute to you big time. Listen, man, hit that like button. Shout out to the Mod Squad. What up, Alexander? Roll, what's up, homie? I see all y'all Hollywood in the building. Raphael, what's up? SY. Scared Dollar in the house, man. Geraldo, what's going on, everybody? All right. They said TD been cooking lately. TD been cooking lately. Man, I ain't been cooking, man. Just telling you the truth, man. The truth is cooking, huh? Yeah. Nah, those are some pretty good streams that we had yesterday. Two very informative streams. It's time to really get back to those type of streams with a lot of research and things that most people don't know. And that's what we're going to be doing, trying to do our very best doing going forward. I'm just, like I said, I'm exhausted with the Civil War, with the tourniers and all that stuff. I ain't got time for it. Let's let it play its course and do what it do. Congratulations to you all. Sorry, my throat. I'm kind of losing my throat because your boy been cooking. But I'll get it back later today, hopefully. So I'm not going to be talking too loud or anything like that. So if I sound a little raspy, you know why, okay? Wanted to go live today because I don't know if I will be live tomorrow. Okay. Having a entire day with the wifey tomorrow. Her birthday is Saturday, so we start on Fridays, just showing her as much love as I can all day tomorrow, taking her around to pamper her and all that good stuff. Plus Saturday, give her a great time and show her through my actions how much I love her and how much I appreciate her. So thank y'all for always supporting me and helping me support my wife. And also thank y'all for showing her love too, because she's holding the fort down, holding the house down while I'm here spending time with y'all. Nah, TD, spend time with your wife. Oh yeah. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, baby. Excuse me. Man, I gotta get through this raspiness, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna celebrate though. We're gonna do it big tomorrow and Saturday. Celebrate our OnlyFans success. So but yeah. Oh, that's what's up, TD. Make the queen feel special. Yes, man. Yes, absolutely. But anywho, all right, y'all. Miami Dolphins strength of schedule. How is this possible? It is possible, but here you have it. Here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the strength of schedule. Y'all take a really good look at that. Take a really good look at that. Ranking every team's 2023-2024 strength of schedule based on opponents' win percentage last year. AFC East and the NFC East were the two best teams in the NFL, y'all. The AFC East and the NFC East were the two best divisions in football. We all were in playoff contentions, every team in both divisions. But now we got to pay for that because we play each other. We play each other. We got to play the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys, and Washington. We already know the Eagles going to be a nasty game. We know the Giants, they on the rise. Cowboys going to be a nasty game. Cowboys got the kind of defense that's going to really hurt what we do. You know how I told y'all Tennessee was going to do what they did to us? You know how I told you the 49ers and all that? No, Dallas is probably best suited, with the exception of 49ers, to do what they're built for us. The Cowboys defense is built to destroy our offense. This is a fact, y'all. Washington on the rise. We have the number 2 hardest schedule in the entire NFL. Now, let me tell you what's even harder about this. Go down to the weakest teams. Houston, Colts, Tennessee. I'm not worried about them because any one of them can win the division. Any one of them can win the division. Who's that last team in that division? I'd be forgetting. Tennessee. Jacksonville. Yeah. And Tennessee having an easier schedule could end up even doing better than Jacksonville because Tennessee will be back to healthiness. No, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is winning the division. I still put Tennessee up there. If they didn't have the injuries, they would have still won that division. Remember, they had a 4-game lead in that division until they lost Tannehill. Y'all forgetting that. They had a 4-game lead and they proceeded to lose like 6 straight. DM fans up. I'm not going to argue with you, bro. The Cowboys defense is built to destroy what we do on offense. Man press coverage, too high. Linebackers that can actually guard, and they got a relentless pass rush. I'm not talking about the Cowboys offense. They can make mistakes too, but their defense definitely makes it hard for our offense. I'm not talking about their offense. That's all y'all got in y'all mind is their offense. I am talking about their defense versus our offense. They will shut our offense down because they play the exact type of coverage that we can't handle. Press coverage, putting their hands on you, bumping you. Micah Parsons slinging two around. No, anyway, I'm not arguing with nobody about that. But yeah, anybody could win that division. Anyone. Um mm. I'll say this as well. I want you to look at those bottom teams. The Browns having an easy schedule, that's dangerous. The Steelers having an easy schedule, that is dangerous. The Ravens having the 21st schedule, that's dangerous. And Bengals right back at it with probably 14 wins because they got the 17th schedule. Now, we all know that these things change, these things flip up. You know, the Eagles might be the worst team in the league next year. Not likely because they got assets, money, and the best team. But this is where it is right now. And I am here to tell y'all the Miami Dolphins, man, next year, it is going to be very interesting. I am telling y'all. I mean, I keep asking y'all, what are y'all going to do if we don't make the playoffs? Now, the good thing about next year is that since these schedules are hard, it opens our division wide open. Now, I have to backtrack for a moment because Buffalo having the 7th easiest schedule, right? I mean, hardest, right? It's kind of for Buffalo, it's kind of deceitful. Even though they have to play the NFC East, the problem with Buffalo is their schedule isn't as hard as it seems, and here's why. Because they're only at 7th up there because the Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots are also on their schedule twice each. So that's driving them higher. Same for us, same for Jets, and same for Patriots. But it's interesting that Buffalo won the division, yet we're the number 2 instead of them. And the reason why is because us finishing second in the division has all the second hardest opponents. But Buffalo, on the other hand, their first top opponents, they got to deal with a lot of those teams tied at the top. 13 wins, 12 wins. It wasn't that big of a difference. But theirs is a little easier because they play us twice. They play us twice. That's why they're 7th. And we play them twice. That's why we're 2nd, because they were better than us. At the end of the day, in the AFC East, whoever wins the division may be the only team in the division that makes the playoffs. Because we're going to be beating up on each other. As the Jets get better and the Patriots get better, and we got to play better competition out there, we're going to be beating up on each other. So it's not going to be like this year where one team wins and the other one gets in the 7th seed, I think it'll only be one AFC East team that makes it next year. And even in the NFC East, same thing. I think it'll be one team that makes it, because if we deliver some blows on them, it's going to hurt their season. We also have to do well versus the NFC East. We can't take losses in the NFC East because it's going to hurt our records. We're already going to be beating each other up, but we cannot get dominated by the NFC East. That's going to be terrible for us. Give me a second. And this is what I want y'all to realize too. This is why I feel like it's going to be tough for the Dolphins. Here are our home games outside of the division. Denver Broncos, if they get their stuff together, that is going to be a tough home game. Raiders, we should be fine. But Dallas Cowboys, that is going to be a tough home game. The New York Giants, that is going to be a tough home game. Some can argue they've done better than us. Tennessee Titans, that is going to be a tough home game. I'm not worried about the Carolina Panthers. That's just me. And on the road, outside of our division, we got to go play Kansas City. Brutal. Chargers, brutal. These are on the road, y'all. Eagles, brutal. Baltimore, brutal. Washington. It's on the road, though. When people start coming out with record predictions, it's going to be hard for me to see anybody predicting us with the winning record. The early record predictions are going to simply go off of wins and losses last year. And if we do that, watch this. Buffalo twice, 0-2. Cowboys, 0-3. Giants, 0-4. Chiefs and Chargers, 0-5, 0-6. Philly, 0-7. Baltimore, 0-8. That's just from the teams that went to the playoffs. And if you win the rest, you're 9-8. But that means you got to hope that you sweep the Jets, which we didn't do. So that's really that's 9 losses even if you split. You split with the Patriots, so even if the status quo, that's 10 losses just for splitting. You got to hope the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Giants don't get – well, the Broncos and the Raiders aren't better. It's brutal. Now, if our defense can be top 10 and our offense can do what it did last year earlier in the season, not late, we could win 12 games. We could win 12 games. And it's funny that that's how everybody is going to look at it. When everybody do their record predictions, They're always going to go best case scenario. When is the last time anybody's predictions, best case scenario, worked out? But we do it every year, right? We do it every year. When is the last time anybody's best case scenario prediction worked out? And we still do it every year. Put it in the comment section. How many wins did you predict we get last year when we were all excited about the new additions preseason? How many wins did right after that preseason Eagles game? How many wins did you predict we'd get? Let's just be honest, because I was even wrong. Well, I was wrong as a fan, not as an analyst. Most people had us 11, 12, or 13. Yeah, it's easy for a lot of y'all to say 8 and 7 and all of that right now, but last year I remember 11, 12, 13 was the common number. It was the common number. And that's a great point, G. That's what people need to understand. At this point, see, at some point you got to throw all of that positive, assumptive behavior away. Well, I'm not going to automatically think Armstead is going to miss games. Why not? He's done it for the last 50 years. He's going to miss 4 or 5 games, 5 or 6 games every year. Well, I'm not going to assume Tua's going to miss 4 or 5 games again. Why? This is what we get from him every year. And G makes a great point. If Tua's going to miss 4 or 5 games and play 12, can we expect him to go 10 and 2? Everybody was raving that he was, doing well at first, but can he go 10 and 2? Not likely. With the hardest schedule. Let's look at our schedule again. Let me put this on the screen. This is going to be the interesting part, y'all. Watch this. Give me a second. Here we go. All right, take a look at this. This is our schedule, right? This is our schedule. Maybe I'm in the way. Y'all can hear me. It's all good. 2023, over here on the right side. Can you tell me what team on our schedule is the equivalent of the Chicago Bears that we played this year? What team is the equivalence of the Chicago Bears? Is there any team on our schedule that was the equivalent of the Chicago Bears? Broncos. All right, we got Broncos, right? Even though we assume they'll be much better next year, but Broncos. Now show me the equivalence of the Houston Texans. Sorry, Washington is not in the conversation. The Commanders are not in the conversation. They were actually a good team. Don't even try that. All right, Carolina. All right, we got Broncos, we got Carolina, right? Now, can you give me the equivalents of the Detroit Lions? Raiders, right? Raiders. Okay, cool. And you know what's crazy about this? Those three teams I mentioned, they all were expected to be trash because of their roster. The teams we're sitting here making the equivalents, we were all shocked. How in the heck did they do what they did? And we know they're going to be better next year. Now, let's move forward. Can you give me the equivalents of the Browns? This is where you run out of real estate. You run out of sorry teams on this schedule. No, not no Tennessee. They weren't in the last week of the season playing for the and we know what happened to Tennessee. They lost their quarterback. They had a 4-game win lead over them, and then they lost 6 straight. So not Tennessee. Ain't even close. We want to make it Tennessee because they didn't make it. But that team was a playoff team if they didn't lose their quarterback. Ain't no Patriots. Same situation. If they would have won the last game they in, there ain't no equivalence. There ain't no equivalence. Same thing with the Ravens. Lost their QB. Ain't no equivalence. Let's just call it what it is. We're going to keep on searching and throwing names out there. Not Tennessee, Vivian, like I said. They were 4 games over the Jags, and then they lost 6 straight when Tannehill got hurt. They were going to moonwalk into the playoffs. Matter of fact, they would have been contending for like the number 2 or number 3 seed. I'm glad you said that, Zach. Now I want to ask the people. Looking at this schedule, what is the absolute worst the Miami Dolphins can do next year? The absolute worst. Somebody said the absolute worst is 9-8. See, that's the stuff I be talking about. Y'all need to stop this mess. How the absolute worst gonna be the same as you did this year with a harder schedule and a decline in defense? All right, now I want to do the reverse of what I just did. Let's look at the toughest games on our schedule, excluding our division because that's a wash. Who's the toughest team on our schedule next year? Who is the toughest team on our schedule next year? Kansas City? Who did we play this year that's the equivalence of Kansas City? Who did we play this year that's the equivalence of Kansas City? And you can't say Buffalo because we still going to have them twice, so they excluded. Who on our schedule did we play that's the equivalence of Kansas City? San Francisco. Now, the second toughest one is the Eagles on here. Who do we play on our schedule that's the equivalence of the Eagles? The Bengals. Man, miss me with that Viking stuff. Vikings get no love nor any credit for me. None. They're not a good team. They never were. Been telling y'all that all season. Frauds running up a record. Can't play defense to save their life. You can't use Buffalo. I told y'all that. All right, so we got Kansas City. The Chargers are a wash because we already played them, right? Buffalo is a wash. What team did we play that's the equivalence of the Dallas Cowboys? You can't say Ravens because we already played them again. So that's a wash. All right, you want to say Minnesota? Okay, we'll say Minnesota. Okay, we'll say Minnesota. Y'all miss me with this Packer stuff. Packers were straight boo-boo garbage this year. And when they beat the Miami Dolphins, which we did that to ourselves, Tua, they went on a win streak because the rest of their games was against scrubs. Steelers were not the equivalents. Who's the equivalence of the New York Giants? Now, here's what I want y'all to recognize. When I talk about the Giants, when I talk about the Tennessee Titans, right? When I talk about, let me see. Yeah, those two teams, the Giants and the Tennessee Titans. The difference in our schedule, you're going to give me an equivalence like the Steelers. Those teams are better than the Steelers. You're going to give me an equivalence like, dang, who else did we play? Houston or something like that. The competition is stepped up on every level this year. Whoever you said the equivalence for Kansas City still might be better. Whoever you said the equivalence for the Eagles still might be better. The level of competition this year steps up on every level. Our entire schedule is no slouch. There is only one game on this whole schedule that makes me say we should win. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. What game is that? Let's see if we can all come up with the same game. There is only one game on our new schedule that should make you say this is a guaranteed win. Only one. Only one. Because remember, all these teams are going to get better. Try to at least. Only one. And that's the Carolina Panthers. You don't know what the Raiders going to do. The Raiders might be the ones with Lamar, Brady, Rodgers. You don't know. Right now, Carr is still on that contract, so I got to look at the team as such. Not even the Commanders. They got a really good defense. They're just a quarterback issue as well. Only one game, and that's the Panthers. For y'all who saying New England, you said that last year, and we split with them. Those who saying the Jets, you said it last year, and we split with them. Panthers, the only one. Last year, I could count 5 games that was a guarantee. When the season started, I guaranteed one Patriots. I guaranteed both Jets, and I was wrong. I guaranteed Lions. I guaranteed Bears. And I'm lying. I guaranteed probably 8 wins, honestly. I guaranteed Houston. That's 6. I didn't guarantee Pittsburgh. I knew it would be tough. I guaranteed the Chargers last year, if y'all remember. In the middle of the season, by the way, when they got all them injuries. But there was so many teams last year you can guarantee. T. Rich said, I see no difference, really. Are you kidding me? You see no difference? Second most difficult schedule in the league, and you're going to see and say you see no difference in schedule? You know what I think what it is some of y'all are so gung-ho on Denver and the Raiders being so bad that y'all also won't recognize the fact that the Denver and the Raiders, they shouldn't be that bad next year. Especially Denver. I couldn't believe that. The Commanders have Sam Howell. Don't sleep on them. I'm not. I'm just saying in general. Yeah, we play the Ravens again. You think they finna give up? You think that's finna happen again? I still call it the Ravens miracle. People forget Baltimore was literally dominating us that whole game until that. And at the end of the day, we were the better team because we won and we came back and we took care of business. But come on. It's the same thing. It's the same mind frame we had when we played Buffalo. We already beat them once. We're going to beat them this time, and then you lost. TD Ravens ain't going to have Lamar, bro. Let me tell you this. They might still have Lamar, but if they don't, right? Y'all act like the Ravens going to go out like suckers and go get, Mike White or something. The point of the matter is, if they don't have Lamar, they might be the team that go get Trey Lance. They might be the team that go and get Aaron Rodgers. They might be the team that gets Brady. Let's not sit here and act like if they don't have Lamar, they're not going to replace him with something that may be comparable. They'll have more assets than anybody. I can be honest with you. If they don't have Lamar, they might actually find themselves in a better situation with a real offense that ain't so dependent on them. It's only a handful of teams that's built to need a Lamar. Yeah, I agree. Teams will look different. You got to keep a sharp eye. Trey Lance, trash, Brady. It's funny to me. All y'all had all that faith in Tua to do better in his second year and his third year. But y'all act like all these guys y'all calling trash right now can't evolve this year. If you believe Tua evolved. Why do Dolphin fans, and it may not just be Dolphin fans, this might be all fans. Why do all fans of NFL teams think that their organization is the only one that gets a benefit, that can do something. They walk around with the assumption that certain players on our own team will be better, and that's why we'll be good, but don't give other teams that same assumption. No, ain't nothing wrong with Hope, Raphael, but why do we only live, like, why does our brain only train ourselves to think that we're the only ones that's allowed to have hope or is possible? Tua ain't played good for the first 2 years, but I believe he'll turn the corner in year 3 and be great. Oh, Mac Jones trash. Mac Jones is trash. Yeah, he'll be trash next year. This is why we always get the predictions wrong. This is why our predictions are always wrong. And I taught y'all that this year. You don't pay attention to what no other team is doing in the NFL. The Eagles are absolutely loaded. What did the Dolphin fans do after we beat them in preseason? Man, the Eagles trash. We about to go to the Super Bowl. They said they were supposed to be good. Man, they trash. Against their third stringers. This is why our predictions are always wrong, because we don't live in reality. We live in delusion that's going to make us feel better, because I understand no one wants to go into the season with the reality that we actually may not be as good as people think. No, we want to always feel good about the next season, even if we've done nothing to make us feel good. It's crazy. Those who say Allen is trash is haters. They are TD Nears. Well, I don't know about the TD Nears part, but Josh Allen is trash, and I am a hater. I mean, I don't shy away from telling you I am a Josh Allen hater, and he's trash. You ain't say nothing new. You ain't exposed nothing. He's trash, and I am a hater of Josh Allen. He lives rent free in my head. How about that? I'm living in complete reality. That's a good thing, man. TD on drugs. The drug of Jesus. All right, baby. Huh? She just woke up. Hey, mama, you up? You up? Are you up now? You just woke up? Yeah. All right, now. Let's have a good day today, okay? Mommy say you good today, okay?
She said, don't talk about me.
I know. She like, nah, you just deal with me, her bow. Oh, man, I'm about to rip this bow off.
Don't.
It don't stay on.
Because you keep on it.
I don't pull it off. Oh. They can hear me talking and can't even see me. My bad. All right. See, say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. Yeah. Sleepyhead. You just woke up. We're going to change you, okay? Well, mommy changed your diaper, but we're going to change your clothes soon, okay? Love you, baby girl. All right. All right. Every team is trash in all fan bases. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's what they say. But the one thing that I love doing over here, I love looking at what all teams do in the offseason. I love looking at what all teams do in the offseason. Okay. It's funny to me because the Dolphins, like, say this offseason, right? The Dolphins signed Bradley Chubb. Oh my gosh. And the Jets go get Nick Bosa. And no. Let me do you one better. The Dolphins signed Bradley Chubb. And the Bills go get Nick Bosa or one of the Bosa brothers. And we'll be like, yeah, we ready to win the division now. We just got better than everybody. You see what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we do as Dolphin fans. And then I'm telling y'all, it's just crazy to me. The Dolphins just got Saquon Barkley. Buffalo just got Derrick Henry. Oh, we ready to win the division now, baby. We got the Bills number now. We better than the Bills. We don't care what nobody else did. We just automatically think our move was the best and put us over the top. Every time. Amazes me. Oh, we just got Teron Armstead. The Buffalo Bills just got Trent Williams. We ready to beat them now. That's what we do. We'll go get a good player and ignore the fact that our opponent got a better one. But that's how fans are in general. But what is that telling you? That fans are general. And on this channel, we help you not be general. We help you understand the game better. We help you understand what everybody's doing. And does what we do really move the needle compared to others? We don't keep it simplistic and bland and cater to your just basic fanhood. We go deep. We go in depth. We break it down. Sometimes it hurts because the great move you made isn't moving the needle like you thought. Even me, sometimes I get caught into it, but I always dial it back. What happened when we got Bradley Chubb? Oh, let's go. We going for broke. Super Bowl or bust. 3 days later, I ain't worrying about Chubb. It's just a matter of what he really do in the playoffs, man. I need to see domination in the playoffs. And let's get something straight. That one strip sack was amazing, but it wasn't domination. It was the only time you heard his name called in the whole game. You need him to disrupt the game. You're right, TD, but not all fans think alike. You feel me? But I do agree with you when you spill out facts. Well, all fans don't think alike because they don't have anyone like me that's going to even open their thought pilots, like expand their thoughts. And some fans, they're scared to have their thoughts expanded because it's like learning a new subject that you didn't ask to learn. Some fans just want to keep it basic. The only thing I don't have a problem with those people. But here's the issue I have. When everybody sits around in January every year scratching their head like, how? Why? I can't believe. That's what I have the issue with. Don't ask how. The evidence was in front of you. You wanted to ignore it or shun it or criticize it. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't ask why. Logical reasons were already presented to you, but since you didn't like it, You ignored it, cut it off, blocked it, or canceled it. Don't act shocked. It's like going to a yearly doctor checkup and the doctor saying, hey, I got your results. There's some things we need to talk to that aren't favorable, and we need to have this discussion right away. And you sitting there like, nah, dog, I don't want to hear that crap, man. No, don't even tell me. I don't even want to hear it. 9 months later, your body changing and you go to the doc and he tell you what's going on. How? Why? When did this? Yeah, but if you would have came in when I told you to, we could have possibly helped. How didn't I know this? Why? How? No. What's going on? This doesn't make sense. That's exactly what it is. Hey, mama. That's exactly what it is. And the crazy thing is, some of us will go 23 years doing the same thing, and every year get disappointed and wonder why or how. And then here's the dagger. Here's the dagger of it all. This is the thing that irks me the most when it comes to this. And every year the finger gets pointed at the wrong area or person. When they ignore the facts and they just want to live in their blindness, every year a narrative is out there that is so false, but they take the rap and it makes them say, yeah, that's the reason they replaced it. Now we got hope next year. Just blind. Every year it never fails. We blame the wrong person, unit, or whatever. And we go get rid of that, exchange it, and we think we got rid of the problem. How did we fail again? Well, it's that now. We got rid of that problem. How did we fail again? Because you keep being wrong on the reason. You keep being wrong on why you're failing. Your voice sound like Doc Rivers today. Are you sick? No. Well, I'm losing my voice. That's why. Told y'all at the beginning of the stream I wouldn't be animated and shout, but here I am. The reason why I do what I do to the top of my lungs and I'm bringing out the facts that seem negative, but they're the truth, is because if we all can get on the same page and realize what the real issues are that are negative, we can finally bang the table and be all up in these threads and getting back to the Dolphins saying, we demand better. Stop trying to fool us with this crap. You keep failing. I brought this up last night and I couldn't talk crazy about it because my internet just went out all of a sudden. I have no idea why, but it brings me back to what we were talking about last night. Y'all do know that we already failed the rebuild, right? Freaking Teron Armstead and Xavier Howard shouldn't even be on this team right now. Do y'all know that? And we should have been just fine without them. Y'all know that, right? If you didn't catch the stream last night, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But real talk, Teron Armstead and Xavier Howard should not have been on this team right now. But since we already failed the rebuild, that's the only reason they're on the team. What are you talking about, TD? We drafted Austin Jackson so we would never need Teron Armstead. But why did we go get Teron Armstead? Because Austin Jackson failed. We failed on the pick. We drafted Noah Igbenogany to be Xavier Howard's replacement starting this year. Why did we have to re-up Xavier Howard last year? Because Noah was a complete bust. And if we would have hit on those two, We would have saved $16 million from Armstead and $20 million from Xavier Howard. We'd have another $36 million. We'd have young stars in those positions balling. And what you think we could do with that $36 million? There go your left guard. There go your right tackle. There go 2 linebackers. Let's go to war. Let's be a real team. Let's go win a Super Bowl. Something as small as that y'all don't think about. Somebody said Armstead was only signed because Greer just want national credit for showing effort. No, Zach. He wouldn't have needed national effort for credit for showing effort if Noah and Austin Jackson would have hit. He would have already had credit for being an excellent drafter, and the Dolphins are contenders. So now that he failed, he needs to get back in good graces to show that he's giving effort. He should have never had to give that effort. He failed. Hunter Long was supposed to not make us franchise tag Mike Gesicki. He failed. That's another $11 million, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That's another $11 million. Mismanagement of resources. I just gave you $41 million right there that we should have never even needed to use, and we could have had even more talent on this roster. Why do you think the Bengals are doing what they're doing? Because they hit on their picks. They hit on their picks. They hit on them. Greer already botched the rebuild. Now he trying to patch it up. That's all we just did, y'all. We did a patch job. We did a patch job. Okay, congrats to them. We still got to move forward. Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about when you say that. But what you need to recognize is we're already behind. How could we ever compete with teams like the Bengals when they've maximized their resources and we've minimized ours and overpaid in many of these areas just to hide our flaws? Y'all, the thing is, we're under this assumption that we can truly compete with the best of the best teams. Can you name to me the best of the best team that we've actually competed with in the last 3 years? Can you tell me the best of the best team that we've actually beat in the last 3 years? And don't give me teams like the Baltimore Ravens or a divisional game like Buffalo. The Miami Dolphins have 0 teams against real competent contenders. In 3 years, 0 wins against real competent contenders, not the Ravens of the world who literally go to the first round just about every year since we've been doing this. And we barely ever beat Buffalo. We just got our first win this year. Ain't no 49ers. We got waxed by the 49ers. And when we beat them in that blowout with Flores, half their team was injured, and it was Jimmy G's first game back. And they benched him in the third quarter because he was so bad and rusty. And that was also led by our defense. Ain't no real contending team Miami Dolphins have ever beat in the last 3 years. And we played them all. I thought Lamar was the GOAT. Now he don't count. We talking about teams. Did I just say Tua? Did I just mention Tua? Stop making it about the quarterback. We are talking about teams. We're not talking about Tua today. I've done a very good job not mentioning Tua all stream. And y'all, oh, you always talking about Tua. I ain't bring him up. Now you want to be, oh, now Lamar, this and that. I'm not talking about the quarterbacks. I'm talking about teams as a whole. So like I said, y'all really think that we can contend with the real contenders in the NFL? That's the delusion that we're living in as Dolphin fans. And I know you don't want to hear it because it's like, then what do we do? Hold a freaking organization accountable for messing up the rebuild already. See, some of you don't want to acknowledge the rebuild was already messed up. It's been messed up. You had to pay extra millions of dollars just to hide your mess up, when you could have been using those millions of dollars to make your team the difference and be right there in the AFC Championship going against Burrow and them right now. Do y'all not realize that if the Miami, say we hit, let's just say we hit on it all like the Bengals did, like the Eagles did, like San Francisco continues to, say we hit. Say Austin Jackson was a top 10 left tackle. Would Teron Armstead be here? Would Teron Armstead be here? Maybe Mahomes, Nate. I'm just saying. Maybe Mahomes. But would Teron Armstead be here if Austin Jackson was Laramie Tunsil when we hit? Nope. There goes $16 million. If Noah Igbenogany was that dude like them boys over there in the Jets, would Xavier Howard have gotten that contract extension that they didn't want to give him? They fought him tooth and nail. Would Xavier Howard still be here? I'm going to get you soon, Ryan. I need to finish this point. X would not be here. Now watch the X. Now watch the X factor. Watch this. Armstead, $16 million. X, $20 million. That is $36 million in our pocket. Plus, we got to trade X and we got a first-round pick. We're going to keep adding up. Plus, we got a first-round pick, y'all. We got a first-round pick for X if Noah would have worked out. We were in talks with Baltimore about X. Greer just wanted more than that first. And Baltimore said, nah, we can't take that risk. Now, Mike Gesicki, if Hunter Long would have worked out, would we have ever franchise tagged Mike Gesicki? The answer is no. And we probably wouldn't have traded him because he wouldn't have been under contract because there was no fifth-year option. He would have been a free agent. But we would have got a compensatory pick. But there we are, $47 million just on those three players and a first-round pick. And if all of those guys were working out, add another $47 million of talent around Tua and another first-round pick. You can't tell me we might not still be in the playoffs right now. You can't sit here and tell me we might not be in the playoffs right now. Plus, the younger guy wouldn't be all beat up and injured like X keep being, and he wouldn't fall off. You good, baby. Thank you. $47 million more dollars plus a first-round pick. That was the goal of the rebuild. This was the year we were supposed to go shopping. Not this year, but last year when we got Armstead and all them. Oh, okay, I got you. Take it to the church. The case of diapers. Got you. Okay. Think about that. Last offseason, we would have went shopping. We might have still got Tyreek Hill. Because look at it. Look at all the money we spent. Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, Connor Williams. Do y'all remember how much money we had last offseason? Do y'all remember how much money we had last offseason? Does anybody remember how much money we had around last offseason? I think I remember, but I want to hear from y'all just in case y'all could refresh my memory. How much money we freed up last offseason that helped us get Armstead, Tyreek, Connor, Sherfield, and all of them. I think it was like 83 million or something like that we had. I think 75 mil, like 70. Let's just say 75 then. Now you add another 46 on top of that. 47, excuse me. You got $130 million and an extra first round pick. Yeah, mama girl. What do you think? What do you think we would have been doing with that? We could have still got Tyreek. We could have got Chubb. Roquan Smith would have probably been here. So many more things would have happened. We'd have had another first round pick because of the X trade. And y'all think that we still in the rebuild and these are the final touches. We been blew the rebuild. We patching it up right now just to make it seem like we still in it. And they fooling you. They fooling you. Bad math, I'm going off the top of my head, so you're right. I might be off by some numbers. But at the end of the day, you still get the point of it all. At the end of the day, we mismanaged our resources and we did not draft well. We botched the rebuild. Y'all really think going to get Armstead, Tyreek, and all of them was part of the rebuild? No, it wasn't. That was not part of the rebuild. And I didn't even bring up the quarterback, but we still don't know if you botched that too. I mean, we know you botched it because you had other options that were better. Hell, when you really think about it, you didn't just had, like, if we really want to be honest, you ain't just had no Herbert. You even had your boy Hurts on the board too. I'm just saying. These are facts. Oh, crap. Give me a second. I got to read that super chat. I almost missed it. Hey, TD, I'm late to the stream, but I don't know if you have seen the Brady news about everything in Miami with school and his other stuff. Would you like Brady? Man, if it's going to be an upgrade, sign me up, unless the person in that position is playing very well and developing very well. Without a shadow of a doubt and no reservations and not an injury history. So, yeah, I would want Brady. TD, would you have tanked for Burrow and Chase? Would I have tanked for Burrow and Chase? My truthful answer is I don't believe in tanking. But I'm no fool to not recognize, like, I want to try to have a shot every year. But I'm sorry, I'm no fool to recognize when you trade Laramie Tunsil, you go get Josh Rosen, and you get a whole bunch of no names off the street. Yeah, let's go ahead and do what we got to do and tank. I don't believe in tanking. But in that case, I don't need to win 4 games just to show y'all I'm playing hard. I got to go after the best case scenario of our future. So I actually fought the Miami Dolphins front office, not Brian Flores. If you really wanted to tank, then you shouldn't have been brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick. Maybe you should have hired Brian Flores the next year. Y'all need to understand this. Even Brian Flores exceeded their expectations. Y'all got to go in the mind of Greer and Ross. Y'all know they were all in on the tank. Flores wasn't in on the tank. But what did they do? They said, we're going to give him a roster he can't win with anyway. They felt all good about him by week 8. Week 9 came, through the rest of the season, they were mad. Think about it. They had to be low-key. God, dog, I didn't know he was that good of a coach. Real talk. I ain't trying to boost Flores up, but what you think they thinking? They think they automatically got the first number 1 overall pick. You think Flores wanted to start Rosen? The call from upstairs, start Rosen. Flores despised that decision. 2 games later, Flores said, nah, heck no. Get off my field. Y'all can get mad off all you want. Let's go, Fitz. We're going to figure it out. We're going to get better. And I'm telling you, I bet you they were shocked that Flores had them no-name guys playing great defense like that and winning games at the end. They were shocked. They thought they had already sealed the deal by getting rid of all the talent. And let's be honest, Flores should not have won them 6 games. I think it was 6. That's just great coaching with that roster. I mean, you probably can't name 3 people from that roster. Other than maybe like a Gesicki or something, you know? You came in 5 games. Okay, y'all know, yeah, 5 games. And got robbed in 2 of them. That pass interference with Nick Needham against, I forgot who it was, the Jets or one of them. I forgot which team it was. They robbed us at the end of the game. We should have won that one too. I'm telling y'all, by week 8, Ross and Greer, we got Burrow, baby. Ooh, we got Burrow, baby. We got Burrow, baby. We got Burrow, baby. Week 9 came. All right, we got our first win. It was against the Scrubs, so congratulations, Flores, on your first win. Here's the game ball, all in the locker room. It's all right. You can win 1. And maybe even 2, but that's it. That's it. What, 9 weeks in and you got your first one? Yeah, we still on trajectory for Burrow, baby. He won again. Good job, Flo. Good job, man. Good job. What's going on? All right. Yeah, they gonna lose. They gonna lose. 3. He won 3 games. Call him in the office. Call him in the office. Get him up here now. Hey, Flo, how you doing, man? How you doing? I'm good, man. How you doing, man? Hey, man, listen, take a vacation. You know, chill out, man. Go on a vacation. You know, 100,000 a game. I ain't say that, but you know, take a load off, man. You know, we don't need these wins. 100K. No, not to you, but to you. You know, take some time out, man. We don't need these. You know, let's you know. Man, oh my gosh. By that 4th win, Ross was fuming. We ain't going to get Burrow. Call Brady. Call Brady now. We need a contingency to win soon because we ain't going to be able to do it like this. Call Brady. Hey, man, we building something over here. I'm going all out next offseason. We got money. We got draft picks. Come hang out on the yacht. Let's meet, you know. Call Flores up here. Hey, Flo, I want to do lunch with you on the yacht. And the crazy thing is, the reports say Flo actually showed up to the yacht, and when he got there, he met with Ross and learned that Brady was on the way, and he got up and left. Brady wasn't there yet. The report said Flo was there to meet with Ross, thought it was lunch or whatever, and found out Brady was on the way, and he wanted him to help him recruit him, and Flores got up and walked off on him. Left. Brady arrived soon thereafter, but we don't have no details about what happened. Flo said, I ain't get my 100,000 yet for each game. So Oh man. Oh boy. Next year comes. Watson stuff all that time, man. Just crazy, man. Anywho, at the end of the day, man, I have to admit to you that as a coach, I would have never tanked. As a general manager, I would have never put my coach in a position to where you wanted him to tank. I would have signed him and said, listen, you have to have the understanding I am about to strip this entire roster and I am going to get the least amount of talent so that I can save on the cap for future purposes as I can. I do not expect you to win, nor do I hold this against you this first season. All I want you to do is search that roster for talent that we may be able to move forward with going forward. But I am intentionally going to strip your roster down completely. I am not trying to sit here and go after a winning season. And I understand you want to coach that way. So I'm sorry. I would have had X on IR the whole season. He probably was anyway. I just don't remember. I would have had anybody left of value. Mike Gesicki, you're about to get paid for free. Whatever little ailment you got, we're going to sit you on IR. Ryan Fitzpatrick, same thing. You just coming here to get free money. Rosen would have been my starter for the whole season. We would have had that number one pick, just like Arizona did. Rosen would have Rosen QB1. Rosen the guy. He would have been there the whole season. The entire season. Josh Rosen. And Burrow would be here today. And I don't know if Chase would have been here. Yeah, Chase probably would have been here today. Chase probably would have been here today because we would have already had the assets from Laramie Tunsil. So it wasn't a case of how well we did. We wouldn't have waddled. We wouldn't have got Waddle because we got Waddle for the chemistry with Tua. We would have got Chase. Yeah, And truth be told, the Bengals are the ones that might have got Herbert. And the Chargers still would have been left with Tua. Or would the Bengals have gotten Tua? I don't know. I don't know what they would have done. So we would have had Burrow and Chase and still a whole bunch of picks. Smith or Waddle. And you know what's crazy about it? Wait, no. He was 2 years already. Chase was in the same draft as them. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, we would have had both of those guys. But if we would have got Burrow, here's the problem. Would we still have gotten Austin Jackson and Noah Igbenogany? It didn't matter, man. We were still going to screw up. We were still going to screw up. See, that wouldn't have changed those other picks. I know they tried to get Burrow. They tried to move up the one to get Burrow. But that don't mean it would have, well, you know what? We would have, dang, man. We still would have screwed it up. We would have had those picks and still got Austin Jackson and Noah because nothing tells you otherwise. We would have still screwed up. They offered 3 first-round picks and a little more, from my understanding. Bengals didn't even entertain it. Nah, we straight on the street. Good burp, mama girl. Good burp. So that's the crazy part. Even if we would have got Burrow, but Burrow would have at least been able to handle a lot. Burrow and Flores would have got along very well. Burrow and Flores, man, Burrow would have handled the O-line deficiencies very well. He wouldn't have been as much of a train wreck as Tua, even with less around him. Would he have been the best version of Burrow? No, but he wouldn't have been Tua. Flores would still be here. A lot of things would be different, but who knows? It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, We'd have had Burrow and Chase. They would have never felt the need that. See, with Waddle, we still felt the need to go get Tyreek. We wouldn't have felt the need to go get Tyreek with Burrow and Chase. We would have just went and spent that $30 million on two $15 million receivers and got some complimentary guys. Y'all see how that works? Y'all think the Dolphins would have needed to go get Tyreek Hill if they already had Chase? No. Nor would they have needed him. Why do you think they had to go drastic and go get Tyreek Hill when they already had Waddle? Why would they have needed Tyreek Hill? That's the crazy part about it. Tua needs a Tyreek Hill, even when he already got a Waddle. The Bengals don't. They need Chase is 1A, they 1B, and they 1C. Probably making less than what Tyreek making on his own. Yeah, mama. The fan base would be the happiest ever because nobody will be having a civil war about one guy. Waddle ain't a number one, man. Y'all need to stop. Anybody who putting up the yards he putting up, the yards per catch he putting up, that's a number one receiver. Waddle can be a number one on more than half the teams in the league. Call it what it is. He ain't a number one in Miami. Waddle was a developing number one. He'll kill that. Exactly. No hands. He got hands. He just missed. He drops sometimes, but no more than the rest. It just, you remember his drops because they be in big moments. TD, you're delusional. I've been told that more than once. So I'm taking notice of what you're saying. Like, man, maybe I am. Waddle can't play through traffic. Yeah, I get it. What I'm saying to you is, if Burrow had Waddle, they wouldn't feel like they needed a Tyreek. They know they would have needed more weapons, but they wouldn't have felt like they needed a Tyreek. And on top of it, if we had Chase, we wouldn't feel like listen, if we had Chase in Miami, we would still feel like we needed a Tyreek. That's the point I'm making. We could have Chase in Miami, and we still would have been like, man, we need receiver help. We would have still needed a Tyreek. I was happy to see Waddle's yards at the catch and yards per catch go up from 2021. He has had some really big mistakes, unfortunately. The problem with Waddle, numbers going up like that, he has a whole lot less receptions. Last year, I thought he had like over 100 receptions. This year, only 75. And then on top of it, you stall him out. He's not really his major part of the offense like we make it seem. He's just that guy that, we got the crosser and it goes far. Y'all got to think about it. By 5 times this year, he done caught a 15-yard crosser that went for 40, 50, or 60. When you get 5 of those, I'm telling you, that chunk of 300 yards alone is 25% of your stats. Just on 5 catches. Plus, it's 40, 50, 60 yards, so it makes up for all those small little 3, 4, 5, 6s, and 7s. We're using him less, but the production's going up, which is the definition of efficiency. But you're turning him into a efficient receiver instead of a number one. He's like the epitome of the perfect number 2. And I guess that's just what we have. Y'all got to understand, all of this is only necessary because of Tua's limitations. I'm curious, though. Would you take Waddle or T. Higgins? Would you take Waddle or T. Higgins? Would you take Waddle or Tyler Boyd? Or y'all take Higgins? That's interesting to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mama girl. Bear with me, okay? It's okay. See, Waddle is T. Higgins, y'all. T. Higgins has 74 catches. Waddle has 75. T. Higgins had 1,000 yards. Waddle, what did he have? 12 or something like that? I don't remember. Higgins, 14 yards a catch. Waddle, I think, what was it? It was up there big time this year, a little more. But he's right there from a production standpoint. They're very close to each other in production. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. But Waddle has the edge. Our Dolphins going to see the same production from Waddle in year 3. Truth be told, Waddle's production might go down. It just depends on how they use Tyreek at the end of the day, y'all. No. I know Higgins is a different type of receiver, bigger, stronger. Yeah. I'm just talking about production, y'all. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying one is better than the other, really. I was just asking y'all, who would you rather? Waddle, too much speed. That's his superpower. It's his speed. Getting behind the defense. Thank you. Exactly. Tyreek getting on my nerves. Why? He just being his best version of himself. Yeah. Tyreek needs to have 20 less catches. Try 30. Try 30. Try an equal opportunity wide receiver room. That's how I feel about it. Trade Skyler and draft Tua's brother. What do you think, TD? I mean, might as well, right? I mean, ain't no different. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here because my younger son's school, they have lunch with their parents today where what is it called? Lunch and read or something like that. So I got to bring a book to the school and some McDonald's or something like that. I get them or some spaghetti from the place that I like. And yeah, we're gonna go see your brother in school. And I'm gonna go have lunch with the baby boys, and read to them during lunch. So I got 2 of them on the schedule. Little Kenny first, and then Carter. Then I'll be back and try to fire up another stream and holler at y'all later today. So it's time to head out to the school and go read some books to your brothers while they eat their lunch. Okay? Okay. But yeah, you gonna read the book too? We're going to read the tour book. Okay? The little engine that could. Okay? Yeah. You want to read the tour book? The little engine that could? Yeah. 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 Oh, man. I love you. I love you too. I love you. Say bye-bye to everybody. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, you camera shy now? You camera shy now? Say bye-bye. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Salute to you, Pete. Love you, brother. As always, man. God bless you all. Stay safe and keep your head up and strive for bigger and better at all times. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Peace. I'm out. All right. We got to go change your clothes, okay? We got to rush.